So my son, Jack, is 11 years old, so we're in it. Things are changing in our bodies, and some of things that are changing are not good.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 Podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Well, being a man, I am aware of this. Story is probably aware of this as well. Mm-hmm. When you turn a certain age, this is when the changes start happening.
Oh.
You get the weird stuff with your voice. Hairs start coming up where, you didn't have hair before.
Oh. Uh-huh.
And then there's another thing that happens. Now, Emily, your son is a year or two older than my son.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've already been through this or going through this currently. I'm kind of sad that Sky doesn't get to go through this. You get your own stuff with girls, which is way
she
worse,
smells
to be honest
herself,
with you.
Sky.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it is, as my son Jack has a lot of odor going on right now.
Ooh.
Damn.
The BO
This happens.
is on another level.
Yeah.
And as soon as they start going through testosterone stuff, it is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy. And so
Like locker room?
Sky, you can't
stink?
describe this smell.
Like
the smell
bad
is on
feet?
another level. No, it's BO.
But like I'm trying to compare it to.
It's like you. Like, smell yourself.
I don't
Yeah,
smell.
put your nose down to your armpit, and you'll know exactly what my son smells like.
Right
in there.
I smell
disgusting.
lovely.
Right in
It's
there.
disgusting.
Coconut.
Right in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not coconut.
It is coconut.
You're out of your mind.
coconut.
So, do you guys remember when Sky chose to not wear deodorant for a little while and was wearing like all natural bullshit and whatever?
Oh, yeah.
No, I thank
Gross.
God every day that I was. This is before my time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I
it
wasn't
was
around
so
during.
bad that it was making our eyes water in here.
Oh, God.
And like our nostrils were
Guy.
burning.
Yeah.
And it was awful. Awful. We had to tell her.
She reeks.
Well, and the most unfortunate part of that timing was I decided to give no deodorant a try at the same time that I started wearing what you guys referred to as my grandpa's Indian sweater. It's like, I don't even know, it's like a wool woven fabric, and it had like mountains and like
Is that the one I put the patches on the elbow?
Yes, and then I had you patch it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're not familiar with that kind of fabric, it really absorbs and holds onto odor.
God.
And I unfortunately
I'm having flashbacks.
I basically had to burn it because I could not get the stink out. And that's when I'm like, okay, maybe the guys are right. Maybe I should go
it
back
was
to
bad.
deodorant.
gosh,
It was
Sky.
bad.
It was very sad.
You could smell Sky hours after she left.
It was-
I mean,
it
it
was
was
a-
just awful.
it was-
Would you even do like no deodorant if you were going to like a work event or a place where you were wearing like a sundress or something?
So I was doing no deodorant like 95% of the time, but if it was like a big thing where I knew I'd be sweating, I would go all natural deodorant.
Which doesn't work.
Which I realized almost is worse because then you have this like stale, like peach vibe mixed in with BO. So that really didn't help at
It was
all
awful.
either.
It
Yeah.
was awful.
It was a bad time, you guys.
So yes, I was getting some flashbacks of those days yesterday after our Little League baseball game when it was me and my son in my car together.
Oh, really?
And
Post-game.
as I'm driving, so yeah, the guys running around.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty warm
Yeah,
yesterday.
it was hot.
And so I'm in my car driving, and it hits me like a ton of bricks, and I'm like, oh God, holy shit! I look over at him, and he's sort of just sitting there, and he's got his arm up or something like that, and I'm like, dude, put your arm down.
Oh.
And I go, did you put on deodorant today? We've been having lots of talks of like every day, dude. You cannot miss a day. You got to put a deodorant on every day. Every time after a shower, you got to put deodorant on. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
Because you are going to be the smelly kid.
No.
If you don't.
No.
And you got to understand the smelly kid. You never want to be the smelly kid.
No.
And it happens, man.
Yeah.
And so he reeked to high heaven, and it was so bad I had to roll the windows down.
Damn.
It was horrific. And so we're at that age where, again, and of course, he didn't put on deodorant and whatever.
Now, does he do you think he hears you, or is it is it like when you told me in the beginning that I smelled and I'm like, sure, guys, totally.
No, he hears me, but he just doesn't remember. It's not routine at all.
Yeah, he's just
and so
a
he's
kid.
just a stupid kid who forgets. And I go, you cannot forget, because we're in this situation now where right now your body is doing wacky stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to make you stink to high heaven. And so you cannot be the smelly kid at school. Nobody likes the smelly kid at school.
No, I still remember to this day the smelly kids in my school. I mean, I'll never forget them. I remember both of their names. There's two of them, one worse than the other.
Really?
But I have to have talks like this with my son Reed. He's doing better now because he's 13, and
Well,
so
he's the Riz. How can you be a smelly kid and be
Can't.
the Riz?
I figured you just wore cologne.
Yeah.
Well, he has some cologne actually.
Does he?
He's like very
It's Axe body spray, but he calls it
pretty
cologne.
much.
Cologne.
I think it's Bath and Body Works. Their men's department. Some spray I
Sick.
picked out for him. Ocean Breeze or something like
Whoa.
that. That's the name of his cologne.
Yeah.
The Rizinator.
Resonator. So he's
That's
better. He's better, but he'll still once in a while forget, or he'll like be giving me shit about taking a shower. And like I'm like, you can't, you have to take care of yourself. You cannot be this smelly kid, because everybody forever and ever remembers.
He's got
that kid.
enough going against him.
Exactly.
He can't be the smelly kid on top of
Absolutely
the bad
not.
behaved kid
No.
and everything else.
No.
That's terrible.
No.
So have you smelled him?
Of course I have. I mean, it's not very often anymore, but it was like when he was like 11 or 12, it was really, really
Well, that's
bad.
when it kicks in.
But then I started getting on his case because I'm very, very affected by BO, like on another level. It's one of my worst nightmare smells ever. I mean, nobody likes it, obviously, but like,
Who's the person that enjoys the
Loves
BO?
BO.
I know,
Loves
but
it.
it's just.
Do you guys know what your worst nightmare smell is? I've never had that
I'm
thought
really,
until
really
she's-
affected by it.
She's affected.
Like, who isn't affected by it?
I know.
It
I don't
stinks.
know. I just feel like I'm on another level with it. Robert, I'll never forget. My fiance Robert was doing a construction job site years ago with this one older guy, and this one older guy smelled the worst that any fucking human being I've ever smelled in my life. Anytime I'd go as far as me and Eddie are, like 5 to 10 feet away, I could still smell him. And I'll never forget, him and this guy were building a sauna underneath like this person's garage, a small ass sauna, and they used to have to sit in there, holding up lumber and stuff. And Robert said he'd sit there all day long building this sauna, like, and it's you're doing construction, guys wear t-shirts, it's all airy, and he'd sit there and smell that all day long.
He wouldn't say anything?
This is an older guy. He
don't
was
give a
actually an
shit.
older guy, and so I don't think Robert really ever said anything. And if he did, I don't think this guy would give a shit anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a rough,
I'd be like, dude,
rough
I
dude.
can't be in here, man. You
I know.
stink.
I know. So I don't. Oh God, it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
You have really lost it.
I told you.
Yeah, it affects her more than it affects everybody else.
I
Yes.
apparently
I told
you're
you.
right.
I told you.
Nightmare smell.
I told you.
So when you go into like Reed's room, how is it? Or was it?
It was bad with BO, but now it's more just that boy smell. Like it's not that BO smell. It's just that like not very
Musky.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
musky boy smell.
Yeah.
I know he's sweating a lot more in other spots too. He like makes me take like he'll like he has to change his undergarments because he's got swamp ass a little bit.
Oh,
I'm
She's just
hearing.
sweating.
I don't know a lot. He's got like some Thor situation
Oh,
going on.
no.
Like Thor sweats. in his-
oh no.
You know.
That is true.
That's not
Is he a
good.
boxer brief man?
Yes, he's a boxer brief guy, but he like switches his underwear all the time.
Yeah, I don't. Do
How
that.
often?
I think like 2-3 times a day.
It's almost like his mom who changes 4 or 5 times a
That
day.
is true. That is true.
He
This
does
is
change his clothes out, too.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So we
'Cause
have,
Wait, but he keeps the same robe on though.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Loves that
I
robe.
think he only
Yes.
has one.
Yeah.
he just said yesterday he was in the kitchen making himself peanut butter toast, and he had the robe on really. He goes, "Man, I just love this robe. There's something about it." And then he pulls it real tight while he's waiting for his toast
But
to
he's
pop
like
up.
2 sizes too small for him.
Yeah, and he needs a new one.
He loves it.
The robe is for like an 8-year-old.
No, I can tell. There's like spaceships on it.
That is
So right.
strange.
You're so right.
That is
So
strange.
right.
So
Wow.
you know what's next, right?
What?
Well,
No.
Oh
and,
God.
you know,
No.
it's going to start being
Uh-oh.
disappearing into the bathroom for a really long time.
No.
Robert.
And other things are going to be popping up.
Uh-oh.
Hey, just be careful when you wash his socks.
Stop it!
I'm just saying.
You're so
I'm just
gross!
saying.